So far, I've only put the shiny ones in here. And this, because I thought it was funny how each one turned into a Minnie Mouse. So far, this is like my shiny ones. Like it's my shiny collection. But let's try not to have duplicates in here. Do I have a shiny Mickey Mouse? So far, it doesn't look like it. Nope. Not specifically this one, so you can go in here. I didn't see Simba, so I'll do child Simba and grown Simba. Let's go crew. No, we'll go with hero because they're all heroes so far. And Cruella de Vil. Okay, so duplicates. Okay, this is going to take way too long. How do you even organize this? It's beyond me. Let's try to figure out what this game is because I have no idea. Okay, quick start rules. As an Illimer in the wondrous realm of Lorcana, you'll wield magic ink to summon new versions of Disney characters and items, which are called glamours. These glamours, some familiar, some fantastic, will help you as you race across Lorcana to find a collecting missing piece of lore. Endless quest awaits. What kind of game is this? Disney Lorcana is a strategy card game where each player makes their own deck before the game starts. And the decks aren't mixed together. You can play with one of the available ready-to-play decks, make changes to one of those decks, or build a deck that's entirely your own. In a game like this, cards can allow you to do things that aren't normally a part of every turn. If a card text ever contains the game rules, follow what the card says. Game over. About the game. In this game, you will race to the location pieces of lore scattered across Lorcana and collect them for safekeeping. Summoning glamours are Disney characters and items along the way to help with quests, hinder your opponents, and challenge opposing characters. With the right strategy and a bit of luck, you can preserve your collected lore against future threats. Learn to play. There are several ways to play. Learn to play Lorcana. Thanks. I just wanted one. The best and most fun way to learn is to have a friend to teach you. I wish I had a friend to teach me. You can also ask about lore events at game stores near you and download the Disney Lorcana trading card game Compassion app for an interactive tutorial. Winning. Your goal is to be the first player to gain 20 or more lore. Some card ability gives you lore, but the most canon way to gain it is by playing cards and sending them on quest. Okay. A turn is divided into two parts. Each player takes their whole turn before passing the turn to the next player. On your turn, take these steps in order. Beginning phase. Ready your extended cards by turning them up right. Set. Check for effects that happen at the start of your own turn and follow their instructions. Draw a card from the top of the deck. The first player skips this step on their first turn. Main phase. Once per turn, you may put a card face down into your inkwell at any time. Additionally, you can take any action listed below any number of times in any order you want. This allows you to take full advantage of what cards you can do in combination with other effects. Play a card, use a character's ability that doesn't require them to extra. Use an item ability, take an action with a character that's been in play since the start of your turn. These include quest challenges and opponents. Extended characters use an ability that requires them to extra. Using abilities. Many items and characters have abilities you can use during your turn, and only during your turn. Those normally affect other cards in play. Cards in players' decks, discards, hand, or inkwells aren't in play, so they aren't affected by the other cards unless the card says otherwise. If a card's ability has a cost that appears before its effect, with the two separated by a dash, the cost might include an extra cost, an ink cost. Texts that example the cost are a combination of those. You must pay every part of an ability cost in order to play the ability. A character of a particular ability can't be granted that ability again. Remember, you can't use the abilities of a character you played this turn. Example, Beast Mirror has the ability to show me, which reads, I have no idea what these symbols are. If you have no cards in your hand, draw a card. On your turn, you may play this ability by extending the card and pay 3. By accepting 3 cards in your inkwell, because the mirror is an item, you can even play its ability the same turn you play the turn. Ending the game. The first player to reach 20 lore or more wins. If your deck runs out of cards, you lose the next time you would have to draw a card. This game is a little more confusing than I thought it would be. Oh boy. Some game rules and cards effects require you to export a card in play. To extort a card, turn it sideways. Once a card is extorted, you can't extort it again until it's been rated by a game card or rule effect. Card. To ready a card, simply turn it back upright. Remember to ready all your expert cards at the beginning of your turn. Okay. Oh, so 10. This is confusing. 1, 2, 3. I have no idea what this is trying to tell me. Playing the Amber and Amethyst deck. This deck likes to quest early and often. Ariel on Human Legs, Mickey Mouse, True Friend, and Cinderella, Gentle and Kind, will be the main characters gaining lore. With their lore value of 2 each, characters with E, Everrise, like Pascal, Rapunzel's companion, and Jetson, Ursula's Spy can also quest, and they're hard to challenge while they're exerted. Use cards like Maximus, Relentless Pursuer, and Control Your Temper to reduce the strength of opposing characters, which helps characters with challenges like Dr. Facilier, Claritin, and Jafar. Wicked Sorcerer deal with them effectively. Mysterious Stage and Flotsam, Ursula Spy provides a serious attack element with their Rush ability. If your characters do take damage, cards like Hakuna Matata and Danglehopper can provide healing relief. The Amber and Athenimus deck will reward bold, decisive plays and skillful timed combs good luck. Playing a card. Playing a card just means taking it from your hand and putting it face up on the table. Each card has an ink cost in a hexagon in the up left corner. To play the card, you must extract that many cards in your inkwell. Okay, we're getting there. We'll do part 2.